Greetings again, teammates. Welcome to this episode of the LDHR Toolman. We've been exploring how to understand and use the key tools for the leadership pipeline process. Today we'll take a look at the main tools to implement the leader transition process of the deploy step. This process helps ensure that newly appointed leaders are able to experience a fruitful transition in their new leadership role. The deploy step is covered in the Leader Transitions Toolkit, which can be found at leadertransitions.org. This toolkit combines two integral processes, the leadership selection process and the leader transition process. By way of review, the leadership selection process is initiated when there's a leadership vacancy, and it results in a new leader being appointed to the role. At this point, the leader transition process is employed to help ensure the new leader is able to experience a fruitful leadership transition. For our time today, we're going to be focusing on the leader transition process and some key tools to help in its implementation. Now, the leader transition process is very important, but unfortunately is often neglected and passed over. My friends, this should not be, because recent research has shown that the stress related to transition into a new leadership role is actually much greater than previously thought. One study compared its stress level with other traumatic life issues and ranked it second only to going through a divorce. And another study discovered that on average 46% of transitioning leaders underperform in their new role, falling well short of full effectiveness. We owe it to our newly appointed leaders and the teams they lead to prepare them so that they're able to enjoy a fruitful transition. We can do this by effectively employing the leader transition process. Let's take a closer look at it. Step 1, awareness, which is helping the new leader become aware of key elements that may affect their successful transition. This includes transition stress, mindset and skill set shifts needed for the new role, and the impact of key stakeholders. The Leader Transition Worksheet helps the new leader gain awareness by evaluating and prioritizing each of these elements. In Step 2, adjustment, the new leader prioritizes and plans for needed areas of development to make adjustments necessary for their successful transition. The main tool for this is the Leader Transition Development Plan. This should be completed and implemented with the help of your designated Leader Transition Coach. Step 3, assessment of the transition development process. During a designated transition period, which is generally 3 to 6 months, progress on the Leader Transition Development Plan is monitored and assessed with the help of the coach, and necessary adjustments are made. This can be done in Section 5 of the Leader Transition Development Plan. Now, it might be helpful to walk through this process by looking at a brief case study. So John has been newly appointed as a campus team leader. For the awareness step, he's already filled up the Leader Transition Worksheet with input from his coach. And for the adjustment step, he needs to prioritize 2 or 3 developmental steps. His ratings here should help him with that. As a general rule, the elements with the highest priority ranking and the highest potential impact rating should give some direction. So based on this, his key transition areas should be clarifying success criteria and relating to his new team members, with these as potential areas to consider as well. Now John can fill up his Leader Transition Development Plan. The third step is to assess John's progress here. Well, I hope this helps. These are the key tools for the leader transition process in the deploy step of the leadership pipeline process. As always, I encourage you to review the tools and practice using them. Until next time, this is the LDHR Toolman. Enjoy using your LDHR tools.